Well, my name's Charley Bickers, and I'm the first step-grandson of Sir Douglas Bader. Quite beautiful, actually, because we are back at the location of the very first rehearsal, which is a place called Soundstage Studios in London. And it's amazing when you think that 5 years ago we came here and saw the very first musicians, 5 or 6 of them, did the first performance, which was great, but now, as you can probably lightly hear in the background, they've developed into a 22-piece full big band. It's been incredible to watch their development over the time. We started off with an invitation advert via Reach magazine, which is very much targeted at upper limb loss amputees. So initially a lot of our musicians were coming from that particular physical disability, and word spread. We had a close relationship with Help for Heroes for a while, so we had a few people come from the Invictus Choir, and gradually I really don't know where they've come from. The words got out there and spread, and people have heard about us, and now we have a full range of disabilities, both physical, mental. I think what's particularly interesting is that more so now, a lot of the disabilities aren't immediately visually obvious, which I think's an important message for the big band, actually, because when you're going live, and especially if you're advertised as the first British disabled big band, I think it's important that people immediately recognise that not every disability is apparent. So I always knew, as we started the big band, that it would be beneficial to those involved. But I didn't quite understand just how beneficial. And it's been interesting because, as much as anything, it's the camaraderie that's been built between the players. There's a real unique experience of playing music as a group. And I think having that shared challenges that they have, the varied challenges, it just brings them even closer, and I've been amazed just to watch how these people have grown and developed over the years, just through the support of a LinkedIn group, where if someone has a certain difficulty and they can share, there's a whole bunch of people out there which they're instantly there to support them. It's been a huge highlight in a lot of these people's lives, and it's been a real pleasure to just watch them flourish. From a personal viewpoint, I think everything that I individually like to try and bring to the disabled community is to work on changing that misconception that to be disabled is in some way to be less able. Because in my experience, some of the most able and capable people I've ever met have had a disability. So the plans for the future would be, I think, to hopefully play the Invictus Games. I'd love to see them there. To broaden out possibly the actual musical offerings that we provide as a charity. So to use the big band as the key focal point, but to maybe look to bring in different genres. And just to really help the growth of all the people involved. I think if anyone was honest, if I was to tell you we're about to record the UK's first ever disabled big band, they would subconsciously assume that music is going to be in some way inferior to an able-bodied band. And that's not anyone's fault. But that is the general perception. And we're here to prove that is a misconception, and that disabled is not less capable. We showed that through the Disabled Air Display Team, Bard's Bus Company. It's some of the most incredible pilots you could ever fly with. Put together fantastic displays, and now we're once again showing that with the big band. They are an exceptional band who just happen to have musicians which have a disability.